Yo, how's it going everybody? It's me, Arctic. Today's video, we're going to be talking about my Yelan build. Now, I have already made several build guides for Yelan, so if you guys want to check those out, those will be linked in the cards above. But since we generally have a pretty good understanding of how to build Yelan, I'm going to be showing you guys my build that I have actually decided to go with. I'm not really saying that this is the best build, and you definitely have to use what weapons and artifacts you actually have available, but this is a generalization of what my build is actually going to look like on release. So Yelan is a bow character, so I am going to be using Kujo Sara as the stand-in for my Yelan. One of the major points about actually building Yelan is that she pretty much scales completely with HP. Yelan has like a special charge attack that centers around HP, her E skill does damage based on HP, and her burst does damage based on HP, and she's a sub DPS, so that's pretty cool. For me, I've got plenty of weapon choices, and usually the ones that are actually going to be good are ones that do not have attack, but rather secondary stats, more like elemental mastery or energy recharge. So I have basically all of the viable options available in my weapons build guide, so make sure you guys check that one out. It goes a lot more in detail than I am going to be going on in this video. This is pretty much just my choices that I've my thought process behind the choices that I'm thinking about. And so really the few weapons that I'm considering using my Thundering Pulse on her, even though she doesn't do like normal attack damage and attack isn't going to help her at all, but that 66% crit damage is going to be really nice. Yelan actually also does scale with crit rate, so I'm going to be having plenty of crit rate if I decide to use like a crit damage weapon, for example. But then I'm also highly thinking about using Sacrificial Bow, and the reason I want to use this is because then I could possibly use Yelan's E skill multiple times, which is actually going to be really big because that actually resets her special charge attack, which does like AoE damage. It's quite a bit of damage, so definitely looking forward to something like that. Or who knows, I might even use my Stringless if I pop her in with like a Hu Tao team, because Vaporization is going to be very, very big on there. Also, if you guys didn't know, since Yelan doesn't actually need attack, you can actually use 3-star weapons. So I might actually end up boosting up my Sharpshooter's Oath after I do some testing to make sure that Yelan's like AoE kind of special charge attack actually hits weak spots, because it is considered AoE damage, so I don't know if like AoE damage doesn't actually proc that, but we'll have to see with that on release. There's nothing much I can do about that right now. But for now, pretty much the build I'm going to go with is probably going to end up being the Thundering Pulse and going for like crit damage, that kind of stuff, or Sacrificial Bow. So my artifact set, I am actually going to be going with a 2-piece Tenacity of the Militia set and a 2-piece Heart of Depth. And I wasn't actually sure that I actually had a full set of the 2-piece of both of these until I actually like found these certain pieces, kind of mixed and matched around a bit. But so evidently I have a full set, so I could honestly just like not even play the game until Yelan actually comes out, and then I'd probably be pretty set with this artifact set right here. Honestly, I'll probably end up farming out more artifacts just because I really want to have a pretty strong Yelan, especially because I do actually need a HP timepiece instead of an attack timepiece, because that is actually extremely important. But I mean, even with just this kind of artifact spread, I've still got some pretty decent pieces. Like this hat's pretty good, energy recharge. It does have a little bit of attack, but it has some HP and crit rate, so crit rate's going to be really nice. Let's see, in terms of stat distribution, 30% crit rate, but you have to also keep in mind that there's going to be an extra, like, I think 19% that's going to be added to this, being at around 50% crit rate just on that. So I'm probably going to end up looking for more artifacts that have more crit rate, just because I want Yelan to have pretty good crit rate because she's more of a sub DPS, so I'll have pretty good DPS from that in general. But 219 crit damage, that's actually quite a bit, so pretty happy with where that sits. And then in terms of Yelan talent focusing, since all 3 of her talents actually are important, I'm definitely going to have to farm out for all 3 of them probably. I'm probably going to triple crown her, just like I did with Shenhe, just because like a favorite character plus also waifu, so probably the talent order I'll probably go in is I'll probably crown her E first, I would say, because her E is actually going to be pretty potent. And then I might go for her ults and then leave her bow talent at level 9, maybe put it up to level 10 if I want to get a little bit more damage out of that. Depending on how I'm using her, I'm probably going to end up using her more as a sub DPS, and then using my like Shenhe as main DPS with like with Chang'e Yun, you know, pretty much like that. Or use her as like an Ayaka like sub DPS, because really I do like my Xingqiu and Ayaka combo, but Xingqiu or like Ayaka and Yelan is probably gonna be pretty fun also, just because I can like do some crazy rotations and do some like fun dashes around the map. But yeah, that's basically it for the video. Let me know if you guys liked it down in the comments section below, and let me know what you're generally going to build on your Yelan. Also, remember to subscribe. I'm trying to get to 11,000 subscribers. We're making pretty good progress on the way there. If you like anime related stuff, I also have a second anime channel if you guys want to leave that a follow. It's been me, Arctic. I will see you guys in the next one. Farewell.